Thank you. Happy New Year, Toastmaster and my fellow Toastmaster. I'm so excited I became the first speaker in 2019. Actually, many people in this time were thinking about the New Year resolution. My New Year resolution for this year was to make my company survive. This is a very big challenge, so I didn't take a break in the holidays. And this is probably one reason I get it's crazy. I'm kidding with you. But 5 years ago, I did have a New Year resolution. That was I told my friends, I'm going to the US. I'm going to study psychology, which I had no idea what psychology is. And then I quit my job on the last day of 2013. I decided that I will spend some time play first. So because it's the first time in my life I become a free man. What is a free man? What does it mean? It means you don't have to wake up at 7 o'clock. And you don't have to go to office just for the salary. You don't have to fight internally and externally to get the deal done. You don't have to drink with somebody you dislike just for work. And what I did was totally different. I just sleep whatever I want, and whenever I want. I just go to the bar, go to the playground and with my kids, and also go to basketball to play. Go purchase the bicycle for cycling. So I did many things that I dreamed a lot. But then it's the first time I spent my own time, my own money, and doing that. And then I even spent probably 2 months with my family, go to the resort. Many places in the world to just relax and enjoy my life. Because I was living in a city in Shanghai, which is probably 15,000 from my hometown. I was living away from my parents. So I even took 20 days back to my hometown and enjoyed time living with my parents. I even almost made a decision. I will never get out of the hometown, just stay there for my rest of my life. So to the degree, finally, I think that I almost forget what I told my friend, what I told myself. What is my New Year resolution? What is my dream? And I told many people, but I just don't want to do it. Why I don't want to do it? Because that is totally ridiculously difficult. Because think about that, the situation. If you get in your middle age, 40-year-old, and you give up your job, you give up your career, you sell your house, and you go to China to study Chinese medicine, and you want to use Chinese medicine, what do you learn from there? And doing something different. And what is something different? You have no idea. So this is really, when you think about the challenge ahead, it's totally crazy. So when I started thinking about this New Year resolution, I was scared. Why am I going to do this, right? Let's come back to previously, the past I'm familiar with. Let's go to the business. So I spent several months enjoying time, then come back to business. I try to establish my own companies there. I try to invest my money into my friends' companies. I try to, in order to fulfill my New Year resolution, I did take some courses, online courses in psychology. That I think probably is the way to fulfill my dream. But then when I move forward, I feel lost again. What's the meaning of my current life in that stage? Because I didn't find a meaning with doing so many stuff, business, investment, even study online. What I'm going to do with that? So I feel a very big conflict internally. What's the meaning of my life? And what I should do? For example, if I have just 1 year in life, what I'm going to do to maximize my meaning, maximize my value to the world, to myself, to my family? I ask me a lot of questions, and I continue moving on. And the more I'm moving on, the more questions I ask. I feel I lost completely. So I set the deadline for myself to end the internal conversation, internal dialogue. I told myself I should end this internal conflict by the end of April. I was very lucky because in China there is a meditation in temple which originated from India. So the last 20 days in April, I get the permission from the temple. I was able to go to the temple, spend 12 days there. The temple was very close to North Korea, just 3 miles away from North Korea. And I was able to spend 12 days there talking with nobody. And we were not allowed to communicate with anybody externally. So somebody, they even escaped from the temple because it's so difficult. I was sitting there every day from 4 o'clock in the morning, meditation until 9 p.m. in the night, sitting there and doing nothing. What I did is I just sitting there and reflect what happened in my past life and what I value most, what I may good at, what I may not good at, what if I do in next year that may bring me happiness, make me a little bit happier, and what I may do to bring some benefit, to use my knowledge, use my expertise to make my families, make my friends a little bit happier, make the world a little bit better. I think about 12 days, and I almost make my faculty saying, okay, let's continue my New Year resolution. Let's go back to school, get a degree in psychology, go to US. I almost told myself, but yeah, it's still 5 days away from my deadline, so I couldn't make a decision. Then something happened to me. The previous night before I was allowed to leave the temple, we were allowed to open the mobile phone again. The mobile phone was shut off for 12 days. Then I opened the mobile phone. There a message came to my mobile phone. It was from my sister. She said, Mr. Wang, he died. He committed suicide because whatever reason. So I drank with him in January 2014. I didn't know what happened to his life, but we are friends. We drink a lot of times. So in that moment, I was shocked. And I cried. I cried by myself. Then I told myself, I should do something different. Then the next day, after I left the temple, I write down the road. I should go back to school, study psychology, doing something different. So this is a New Year resolution. So when some people they discuss with me, why you do this? I said this was my dream, but this is also I was pushed by life. Thank you.